Hey YouTube, I wanted to do a quick review of this Metabo NR1890 DC cordless nailer. This is a super good cordless nailer for an average home hobbyist who's looking to quickly put together some 2x4s, and you would need to shoot for your use probably a lot of nails, but not like a professional framer in a short amount of time. You don't want to drag hoses around. You don't want to get out all the mess of the gas cartridges and try to do that. So this is a great tool to have, and it'll work really well for you. This thing loaded with it will not accept 2 full sleeves of nails, but with about a sleeve and a half of nails, it's going to weigh about 10.5 pounds. So it's slightly heavier than your average air-powered framing nailer, or even a gas-powered framing nailer. So it's a little bit on the heavy side, but once you get used to it, it has a lot of quick function about it. The battery will definitely go a long time. I'm going to say somewhere between, I think the manufacturer says around 400 nails. I've never counted it. I've just kind of looked at the sleeves that I've shot, and I'm going to definitely say 400 is a fair number before you have to recharge it. Don't make a mistake that I made with this and buy a knockoff battery that fits this, because when I did that and I plugged in the aftermarket battery, it made one shot, then threw an error code. And even after I went through the process that the rep on the phone told me to reset this tool, it never cleared out the problem, and the gun was just stuck in kind of a permanent limbo. So I had to mail it back to Metabo. They did their magic to it, and boom, it's perfect. It's never had a hiccup since, and that was over 2 years ago, and I've shot hundreds and hundreds of nails through it since then with no issues. But I have purchased a factory brand battery, which this is Hatachi, this is Metabo, so Hatachi or Metabo will work in it, one of those two, but not just some knockoff brand. Don't do that. I'm not saying it's guaranteed it's going to break down on you, but it definitely broke down on me in the first shot. You can set this to single shot or rapid fire. I never use it on rapid fire because I'm never shooting nails that requires that. So if you're looking for something at home that you want to get a quick accomplishment done of 2x4s and make it painless, this is an ideal tool. It's robust, it works, it sinks the nails, and I'll shoot a couple of nails just so you can see that it does its thing. It's not a great feat of anything, but we'll shoot a nail or two. So you can see where it put the nails in there. And that's with me having the setting, slightly dialed back so it doesn't really sink them. So if I use the adjustment knob and actually tried to sink them, I can make them go deeper than what they did. So anyway, if you're ever considering buying one of these, don't be afraid of it. It is a really good tool. If you're a professional framer and looking for one of these, I would definitely think you could have its places. I've never been a professional framer and framed a large-scale project. I have helped somebody frame something semi-small. Did not use this, but if you're going into a certain area where maybe it's the last part of the day and you don't want to drag the hose up into that area and just attach a few things, having one of these for some one-off areas, I think could find a place for you to use it. Definitely a benefit. But a super good nailer, all battery, no gas, so you don't have to worry about the gas cartridges running out, simply battery power. And I have never had an issue where I shot this into a board and I realized, oh, it doesn't have enough power to do what I want it to do. Now, I've never tried to shoot through an oak 2x4 like say on a pallet, but typically that's not anything that I would ever do. And I think these manufacturers who make these, they call them a framing nailer or a cordless framing nailer. And by using the word framing, 99.99% of the time when you're framing, you're using a softwood, not a hardwood. So I've seen videos where people are shooting these maybe into a pallet type piece of oak, and even with the deepest setting, maybe it's leaving a little bit of the head of the nail up, and some do, some don't. But from my experience with this, Any situation I've had to use it in, it has worked flawlessly, except for the hiccup of the battery, which was completely my fault. Should have never have done that. It has worked flawlessly, and I think you'll really, really enjoy using it. And another thing too, this video is not sponsored anyway. No one, convinced me to put it on, so I have no motivation to tell you anything other than what I really feel about this product. Once again, I think you really enjoy it. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and hopefully I'll do another video soon. Thank you.